Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Rumble match. Introducing first, on the way to the ring, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, Randy Orton. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Rumble match. Introducing first, on the way to the ring, residing in Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 234 pounds, Chris Benoit.
He's a slippery devil.
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick.
Force of nature? More like a freak of nature, if you ask me. The fact that Batista even considers himself a main eventer is ridiculous.
He's a world heavyweight champion, King. In my book, as long as you wear that crown around your waist, you're the biggest thing in the business at that moment.
Come on, JR. Haven't you ever heard of a fluke champion? Batista got lucky. You don't get in the Hall of Fame for being lucky.
No, you don't. And you don't get there on a fluke. But Batista's the real deal. And that's why it wouldn't surprise me one bit to see him inducted after a long and distinguished career.
Chris Benoit thinks he's the toughest superstar in the WWE, but I think he's lying through his tooth.
Boy, Booker T will tell you how great he is until your dadgum ears fall. Quite frankly, I'd rather see him put up or shut up.
What are you talking about, JR? He's a 5-time WCW champion. If that's not putting up, I don't know what is.
WCW was a long time ago, King. I think it's high time Booker T stopped trying to cook.
That's it. He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I'd love to hear it.
He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match.
Watch out! He reversed it!
There he goes! He's out of the match! simply say that the Boogeyman is without doubt one of the most unique superstars in WWE.
Unique? JR, the guy's missing half his teeth. He smashes clocks over his head. And I don't know what's in that smoking staff of his, but I don't think it's doing his brain any favors.
I'm not going to say I'd invite him over for Sunny dinner in Norman, Oklahoma. But that's it. The match is over for that particular superstar.
In WWE. Shouldn't there be some sort of sign at the locker room entrance? You must be this big to enter.
Kid Cash might not be the big...
Over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination. He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match. I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
JR, I'm just saying this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out. I think this crowd has... He doesn't look too happy about it, but an elimination is an elimination.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, but I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for the King here tonight. He must have gotten up on the wrong side of somebody else's bed this morning.
Woo! These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What do you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Guys, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
You saw that one coming. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty good, though, I must say.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
Well, you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King. He just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion. Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
Is that? Yes, that's an elimination. He's not going to get caught with that one.
Well, there's one less superstar in this match now.
That went nowhere.
Uh-oh, I think he's looking to finish off his opponent.
He sure is, King, and that scissors kick just might do it. He's sizing up his opponent. This could be it.
There it is, JR. His patented scissors kick. What a counter.
That's one fewer superstar in this match.
He countered that one perfectly. Not just being a match, JR. I superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle the differences in the ring and leave it at that. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE...
Wow! Would you look at this, JR? He's choking the heck out of his opponent with that ring rope.
Well, folks, I know this isn't ballet, but this just isn't right.
Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR. Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all.
Well, I think it's obvious to me that what Viscera really loves is a good all-you-can-eat buffet. But then again, so do a lot of these fans. So maybe it makes sense after all. Viscera calls himself the world's largest love machine. But I find it hard to believe that the ladies would go for someone like him.
I know.
Talk about adding insult to injury, tossed out of the ring and the match. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths would have crossed sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like. We're in the middle of a slobber knocker. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog.
Wow! He wasn't too gentle about throwing him out. I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes from the right of the music.
What a reversal. He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
He just doesn't have the strength to lift him.
He must be crazy thinking he could pick him up like that. After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we better remind the... Oh, come on! What are you thinking?
That's what happens when you're...
I don't believe it! He's been eliminated! Oh, no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
Career Shelton Benjamin's already had? I can't think of many other superstars who have become bigger successes in such a short time.
Or bigger champions. Benjamin's accomplishments are indisputable, but that arrogant attitude of his is just as much a part of his character as his title reigns.
Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. And there's the elimination.
There's the reversal. Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for a SmackDown colleague, but no, I can't. I truthfully belong to the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand. Not the slightly better brand or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not. He might as well start walking back to the locker room. He's out of this match.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular...
Oh my God! He's been eliminated from the match! You can look at any any professional sport you want, JR. You won't.
This match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shut up and over and out. Eliminated.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except we have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
Mr. Kennedy!
I swear, every time I see Mark Henry, he just looks bigger and bigger. He's the world's biggest longhorn.
You're not kidding, JR. If I was his opponent, I wouldn't care if I won or not. Just surviving the match would be enough for me.
Well, as intimidating as the world's strongest man might be, I don't think that's an attitude you'll find in a WWE locker room. Oh, man, this is an excruciating but effective method of winning a match.
Yeah, and it's a surefire method of birth control, too. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this has got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
So, King, any predictions about the outcome of this match?
Oh, no. Every time I make a guess as to who's going to win, I never hear the end of it from you.
Maybe that wouldn't happen if you got one right. He countered that and made it look easy.
I'll agree with you about the larger part, JR. He's about as wide as he is tall. I'd say he should take up sumo wrestling, but I don't want to see him in a loincloth.
No one's ever going to accuse Big Show of being a pretty little ballerina. I think he's a great deal more agile than you give him credit for.
Well, he couldn't be much less. He's got all the grace of a bull elephant and half the size. His opponent telegraphed that one.
If one of these superstars starts to build momentum, it could be the beginning of the end of this match.
That's right, JR. You don't see a lot of matches won with one or two big moves.
You sure don't. You've got to lay the groundwork first. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have, and this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King. You're not going to get him with that one.
He reversed it.
What a disgusting, despicable human being is Snitsky. I don't even know if you could call him a human being. He seems more like a monster to me.
Why do you do that, JR? Every time you don't like someone, you call him a monster. Just because Snitsky's a big, strong guy doesn't mean you have to call him names. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
Here's your winner,